Okay, here, so I'm just going to give you a recap to show you how to use the heat press. So the thing with the heat press is it has to get to 180, so we're perfectly ready to heat press. The hot part of the heat press is this top plate here, so as it says it's 180, it's really hot. This is quite cool down here, so it's warm but it's cool to touch. This is where you're going to place your work. Please make sure that there is a sheet, one of these protective sheets on the bottom plate there, so pop that on. If it isn't, find it and put it on, and you're going to put your fabric down. The best fabric to use is polyester cotton. You need the polyester, the synthetic, because that then works with the transfer inks and you get brighter colours. If you're going to use your calico, and for some of you that will be where you've done your resist dye, they'll be slightly duller the colours. So we've got a polyester cotton, which gives us the best of both worlds. You're then going to need your transfers that you've painted up with the transfer ink. I've cut them out because I'm going to be making a cube for the year 8 project. So cubes, I've cut them out, and I'm now going to place them ink side down. So they go ink side down onto your fabric. You can do as many as you can fit onto the plate. Once you've got them face down, you put another protective sheet on top, so they're sandwiched between that. The next thing you do is lower the heat press, the hot plate at the top, and you've got to make sure that you get a nice little sort of thud sound. So I will be completely quiet when we do this. I'm going to pull it down, and you need that little thud sound, and that then sets the timer, so it will count down for you. It takes 30 seconds, and as soon as it's done it will beep, and then we release the heat press. You need to make sure that you get that sort of thud sound, because it means that the plate then is nice and flat, completely sandwiching down your work. If you don't get a thud, this plate will slightly sit at a slightly tilted angle, and therefore it's not going to give a good press, and it's going to beep any minute now. Once you do that, release it and just let that go. This is still very hot, but just wait a few minutes. You can take your Teflon sheet off, put that on the one next to it, and now we should be able to lift these up, and you should then get your print there, and they look rather nice. You could now print that again. I'm going to do another print. I'm going to print this one again, so you can then see how it's going to do so again. Ink side down, pop that down. Just going to put the Teflon sheet on again, and we're just going to heat press for a second one. Get that thud. It'll do 30 seconds. Now you can probably get 2 good press or prints out of your heat press, but every time you heat press it, it will get lighter and lighter, the colours. So sometimes people do like waste prints because they want the paler colour underneath, and then they put others on top. So you'll just have to work out how many you might need to paint. So this is going to beep any minute. Okay, so release that. It will go up by itself. Take off the sheet, which will be hot. I'm just going to let that cool for a few seconds, and we should now see, so that was print 1, we'll now see print 2. So you can see how the green has got paler, so it just depends on the transfer inks. But that's all there is to heat pressing, and that's it. Once you finish, the last person in the lesson, I will ask them to turn it off at the wall, but other than that you can just walk away, because most of the time it will be being used throughout the whole lesson. That's it.